Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a new episode of Gasra Bla Z3af, post the game of Algeria versus Mauritania. What nobody expected happened. The catastrophe, كما يقولوا the shame. الناس راهي تبكي اليوم في غادون لي سيبورتر هذاك واحد لي فيديو اللي ما شافهمش في ستاد في what a disaster. I guess I don't think we're gonna need to talk about the tactics of the game or who did what and who did not do what he's supposed to do. I think it was مكتوب كما يقولوا. We did not perform. We couldn't score against strong defense تاع Mauritania. They were lucky on one shot. They scored and they took the game. What's a steal كما يقولوا. اليوم نبداو. Welcome الجماعة. عثمان واحد is back now. He's cleaned up and he's ready for a show. محمد, ماسي, فؤاد, السلام عليكم.
السلام
وعليكم السلام.
ما ندخل ديريكت في السوجي. Is this the end of the generation? تاع بالماضي ساكليك. Vraiment ساكليك. His boys.
Yep.
Who wants to start?
I'll start.
فؤاد.
All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mohammed. Go ahead.
روح محمد.
Yeah, it's definitely the end of a generation. Frankly, it should have been the end of the generation. Should have been the last African Cup, and even after Match to Cameroon.
Yeah.
March 2021, 2022. Sorry, that should have been the end of the generation. بالماضي, we were joking. His friends, Mahrez, Slimani. Frankly, Slimani, sure, he's the only reason why he kept him on the team for so long is to exceed his goal scoring title. In terms of the big games, I'm sorry, Slimani, the game in Cameroon, he showed up. For the Coupe d'Afrique, Slimani has, I looked at the statistics. Last time he scored a goal for Coupe d'Afrique is 2019, La Tanzanie, in the third group stage game. Slimani has 4 goals in 15 games for Coupe d'Afrique. واحد كيما فهولي يلعب almost in the worst team in Turkey باش يعيط له. مش غير يعيط له, to start him in the most crucial match against Burkina Faso. I mean, it's definitely the end of an era. Something that should have been cleaned up a long time ago, but I think this is finally the wake-up call we needed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well, I personally I agree with Mohammed for a lot of things. Maybe not on Ferrouli. I have other idea of what the players had brought and can bring. Again, with experience on leading the youngsters in the new generation for the next for the
World Cup.
Yeah, well, the next World Cup and the next I think African Cups in Morocco in 2025. What I think we saw actually a plateau, in my opinion, kind of a plateau where our performance since 2 years. This is why I'm making the same analysis as Mohammed, because I believe we are plateauing on our performance since the last loss against Cameroon. And I really think if you see we don't have a team. I believe now, I'm pretty convinced we have a bunch of individuals that shine in certain cases. And when those people didn't shine, you see pretty much nothing. And I really think it's the case. I think the coach has no, in my opinion, Belmadi has no more ideas, more new ideas. And the group that he worked with the past years, I'm convinced he never built up a team. I think today is the illustration.
At this point,
sorry?
At this point, you think he never built a team?
No. I really think he built up, I would say, kind of a bunch of several individuals that he can rely on. I think about it, like who scored. You don't see a team. You don't see. You have 65% of the possession of the ball, but you don't do anything with it. Means you don't have a team. It's what I think. This is my deep, I think at least my analysis. You don't know what to do with the ball today. The illustration against Mauritania was very simple. With the draw, you will be qualified. Why don't you control the? It's like exactly what Ivory Coast did yesterday. They were losing and going even against like the mindset of having people very well organized, calm, quiet, and thoughtful. They all went like completely on their own. Today is the perfect illustration. Algeria showed that we don't have a team. We never had a team actually.
Yeah.
And my view is I think it's the end of the generation, and we need to test in the next coming weeks, months, and years to test whatever we had in the pool, the talent pool, and test and get at least a team, even maybe with much less talent, but again something that can grow as a team and can do good. That's my view.
I just want to reiterate something. I think, to your point, it really shows through when we do not have a team and we only have individual talent in a competition like the African Cup, because day in, day out, look, we had 3 matches over the course of 2 weeks. Consistency is key. You have to produce results. Sure, during qualification, when you do a match aller-retour, تروح Mozambique تلعب وبعد تولي الجزائر تلعب. In those moments, yes, players have their time to shine their individual brilliance. But in a tournament like this, where everything needs to be strategic and the group needs to move ensemble in a row every single game.
But that's the work of the coach, right? It's really the coach's job on his staff.
Right. It is. But the coach did not produce. I mean, look at it. In the 3 games, Angola, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, the starting 11 changed drastically every single game. None of us as fans were comfortable saying this is our starting 11. This is our team that we're going to move forward with.
And Mohammed, this is the exact fact what I believe. We don't have a team.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't have a pilot in the plane. We don't have
keep moving the ball around.
I think we have players. The problem is the chemistry, mostly the chemistry in the midfield. The midfield, the reason why we won the World Cup last time was because we had a great team player, Ben Nasser, was controlling the midfield and was doing a lot in the midfield. Because midfield, Ben Nasser is injured, Feghouli is old, and
Guardiola is no more.
Awar is new. There is no chemistry. There is no penetration. They don't play axes. Midfield didn't create any chance. We played defense to left, defense to right, or mostly left side, lately. I don't want to do too much analysis. So how we talk about what's next, right?
Yeah.
I wrote some the ages the players. Fuguli 34, Mahrez 32, Slimani 35, Bulhi 37, Bilaili 31, Bunjah 32, Zaba 33, Mendy 32. I think that's the end of the generation here. Next, we have the youngsters, Zerouki 25, Wounes 27, Shaibi 21, Amora 23, Boudaoui 24, Ben Nasser 26, Vander اسمه كركوف 27, Ben Sebaini 8, Nouri 22. I think that's the 8 players that are going to play next World Cup. Yes. So well, what else I want to talk about? I don't want to do too much analysis, so I want to talk about Belmadi. Belmadi, his tactic. Every time he talks about his tactic, he doesn't want to talk to the journalists to his tactic. So all the coaches they played against, Angola, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, knew his tactic because they control the ball, they dominate. Well, the other team just wait for us, counter-attack, counter-attack, penalty. That's the same scenario for 3 games. We dominate, we possess the ball. Where it's just like circling the ball, machine creating chances. So there's no chemistry, and the other team knew what we're gonna do. Like Fuad, I agree with Fuad. A tie, you qualify. وعلاش I think you took other teams for granted. شغل حنايا we play fort انا صادمين نعطيكم 4 كاع لي ماتش لا مونتاليتي كانت هكذاك حنا ندومينيو on va sur gagner بصح this is what happened.
نورنا بيور اوبينيون سي وحيد.
أنا نسمع أنا نخمم برك.
قد تخمم
certainement أنا je pense like end of an era ولا end of a generation should have been نهار خصنا في مع الكاميرون في بليده تما يفالي كوبي get a new coach, get a new federation, get a new dans un pays qui se respecte. N'importe quel pays.
We did get a new federation for that game, but we kept it close.
New federation تجيب معها une nouvelle DTN, تجيب معها nouveau coach, les anciens يروحوا هكذا. Les anciens يروحوا, les nouveaux يطلعوا. C'est comme ça que tu fais new blood, du sang nouveau. تخدم بالدم جديد. جاب ربي احنا كنا عايشين شفت هذاك اللي كان عايش كش يقول لك كان في الكوما ومانتوني ارتيفيسيالمون هذا ما كان ربحنا لي ماتش اميكو انا غاني با مال دو ماتش اميكو دابا كنضرب ما فهمتش تربح مع السنغال في السنغال في داكار وتخسر مع لا موريتاني.
It's different games. I think les joueurs I think they play more relaxed when it's friendly games. When it's official game, critical game.
And I think the other teams play more relaxed. احنا هذاك دخلنا
في all games on the side of the game.
دخلنا في هذاك السيكل تاع.
The guy screams, he's there on the side screaming non-stop.
Yeah.
He's on the players. I don't think I can work with somebody like that.
دخلنا في هذاك الريتم تاع undefeated for 35 games for 37 games.
عليك عندها 2 years now.
ما عاودوا ولاو لها دركا قال لك we've been undefeated for 2023.
صح عنده العقليه بالماضي عندك الحق واحد بالماضي عنده العقليه هذه يجيب undefeated وش من undefeated كاب فير ربحتوا 5-1 في 3
الكاب فير شفت الكاب فير كيف يلعب دركا
يو كاب فير دوك يعطي لك 10 ماشي 5
صراحه. Listen now بالماضي just a small note على بالماضي اليوم في البريس كونفرنس après le match عم بالك وش قال انا كي جيت في 2018 الجزائر كان كلاسمون تاعها 60
86
ودركا خليتها 30th place.
هذه هي.
عاد بيا 2 first round exits في كوب d'Afrique, and I don't care about what the FIFA ranking is. That shows you the logic تاع بالماضي. This is a sinister mindset. Someone that's completely.
I agree with you, Mohammed, 100%.
Not to be a coach.
Not to be political, but that's that's.
I don't get it. I don't get it. G within 8 months you win an African trophy, African Cup. ومن بعد في 4 سنين ما قدرت دير والو ولا 5 سنين. على بالك ماتيماتيكمون اللي يقرا شويه لي مات يفهم باللي it doesn't add up. فهمت؟ سي با بوسيبل. على بالي لو فوتبول سي با ان شوز exact. I know it's not perfect science.
I think it's most psychologic than mathematics.
Yeah.
Exactement.
Psychology, because undefeated 35 games, we think we're gonna be undefeated again مع small. ما طحناش مع نيجيريا ولا كاميرون ولا كوت ديفوار ولا السنغال. كونترير بيتيتر هذوك they play open. احنا ما نقدروش نلعب مع هذو لي زيكيب اللي كاين لا ديفونس بين 11 ما عندهمش استراتيجي. ما they don't know what to do.
بنقول لك حاجه. اليوم موريتانيا انا بور ما قراونا بالون.
نعم I disagree with that. I don't think قراونا بالون.
قراونا بالون اليوم باسكو شوف نقول لك حاجه. سمعت النظريه نتاعهم ولا ما سمعتش؟
نو استراتيجي
راح تضحك.
نضحك. قراونا
بالون تري بون استراتيجي.
سمعتوش اكزاكتومون تاش قال لهم؟ قال لهم جو ماتوندي اسكو يدخل بن طالب. قال لهم جيتي كونطون كي ما دخلش بن طالب. لعبناهم اون بلوك وطلعنا فورسيناهم الفوق. علاه؟ باسكو بن طالب الى لا توندونس ا اونتري. سي ان دومي ديفونسيف ما يلعبش كيما زروقي يلعب بون لاتيرال. بن طالب الى توندونس ا اتاكي. فهمت؟ دونك هما لا تاكتيك تاعهم قراوها على حساب بن طالب. كي ما دخلوش بن طالب بور لوي سيتي لو بارفي لو سيناريو بارفي. لونترينور تاع لا موريتاني لا كومبوزونت تاع الجزائر اليوم سيتي لو سيناريو بارفي بور لونترينور تاع لا موريتاني. قال لهم جيتي كونطون لي درنا حسابنا على حساب بن طالب. مي كي شفنا بن طالب ما دخل روحش مع لا كونفيرونس. كي شفنا بن طالب ما دخلش خلاص. قال لهم انا طلعنا اون بلوك زيرنا لهم الميليو ولاو يلعبوا على لي زال ويديروا لي بالزاريتي. لي ديفونسور تاعهم طوال والجارديان تاعهم طويل. سي فري ولا لا دخلنا في لعبه؟
Oh yeah, no, هذيك I was wondering when they're gonna stop and change because
thank you.
تلعب مع هذوك 2 متر قاعد 2 متر.
وين راه التيكي تاكا تاعنا ما كاش. اسكو درنا ما كاش تيكي تاكا.
I have a question. أنا نشوف هذا لي ماتش تاع كاب فير شكون ثاني؟ شكون كالي
غينيا إكواتوريال.
Has Zaire ever for the tournament have they shot a single shot outside the box? Outside the box.
They won twice. That's it.
Jamais لعبوا from the middle.
بن طالب كان يتيري بكري ما وش يتيري.
That's what I'm saying. حتى واحد راه يتيري. زروقي في الكلب تاعه يتيري من بعيد. No one's taking these.
Okay, let's analyze the game. عثمان we didn't hear from you.
كمل. We are an open book.
عثمان. Let's hear from عثمان a little bit.
Okay, it would be just not analyzing the game because you all seen the game. It was a non-game, to be honest with you. It's not a game. The reality is the psychology تاع التيم تاعنا is like a gala team. They are here to do galas, world champion تاع friendly games. We seen ourselves like the Globetrotters for basketball, which we are not. And this is a real problem. And of course, there was no pilot in this plane since the loss of the game against Cameroon. Since that moment, we lost the pilot on that plane. And the plane, Algeria was flying, comme on dit, à vue de nez. Yeah, and it can't. On this, the federation is guilty.
I mean, the new federation, Walid Saleh, we cannot blame.
No, but look,
I have a question.
I'm not
guys.
designing a person. I'm designing an institution. Normally, the Federation of Algeria is not made by one man. Should be there, the DTNs and the member of the Bureau Fédéral and so on, so on, so.
Yeah.
So all this have failed.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who have question? Don't have question.
عندي question.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Question ليكم particularly. Did you expect this 11 ولا لا وكي شفت هاد ال 11 واش قلت؟ Sincèrement, قول لي واش قلت؟
Honestly, I was not expecting this, and this was a really annoying because the most crucial game where he should have a solid midfield.
ماشي ليك عندما نعم.
Everybody
This is what I told you.
expecting-
It's a gala team. He thought he's going to play like with I don't know who, and he's going to play them the way he wants.
اسمح معنا نعم باسكو I have an idea.
90% of the team.
There's an idea behind it. ريبوندي لي نعم. كنت تسنى في هذا الكوبوزون.
Yeah, 90% of the team that start today, people were expecting. I would ask.
Exactly. This was by popular demand.
And Wilnes.
Exactly. كاع لي بلاطو اسمع لي بلاطو اسمع الشعب كاع لي بلاطو قالوا له.
But I did not understand why Shaibim did not start.
Yeah, Shaibi is really a mystery. The guy was rewarded the best player of the game. First game, he was the best player. The title the best player, he never played again.
Another thing.
The biggest mystery was
شكون كان يكريي لو دونجي اليوم؟
والناس ما كانوا
علاش تنحي والناس من الليل دروات تدخل المحل ولو ترمي والناس في الوسط.
the biggest mystery today. The biggest mystery today. Alah Boudawi ما لعبش aucun friendly game. Match amico, match préparatoire مع Togo local Togo team. مع Guinea Bissau, not مش Guinea Bissau, Burundi. ما لعب aucun match.
محمد
لعبوا in the most important game تاع الفريق. ما فهمتش.
He did worse than this. He did worse than this. بالليلي. He wasn't expected in the 23.
Yeah.
Okay, match بالليلي. Nonetheless, بالليلي starter مع what was the first game مع لونغولا وستارتر مع الاخر ستارتر مع بوركينا فاسو ولا لا؟
Yeah.
What? I mean,
anyway, the logic of after that we talked about it last time. He brings player who was not on the list for like 5 games or 6 games before the African Cup, and then he brings them back.
I think
what kind of management is that?
I think it's his ego. جاب لعبي ولا لا محمد؟
So احنا we all agree مع علي بن شيخ هيك؟ Nobody criticize علي بن شيخ now.
No, أصلاً تفهموا حاجة. No, تفهموا حاجة.
علي كان يقول صح.
That's a stretch.
No, بن شيخ he will never be happy لو كان جيب بيب غوارديولا وتحطه عندك ناسيونال يلقى لك كان ديفو يبدا
Yeah, well, that's his job.
No, it's not his job. اسمح لي. No, it's not his job.
Or sujet.
Anyway, let's go back to the next point. I think we all agree that this generation is the end of it. At least most of the players should be retiring. The coach needs to be.
No,
نعم.
Yeah.
We don't have a leader for the keep. We have a captain.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
have a
true.
leader.
I mean, our captain.
محرز يجي يلعب كابتن داير البراسار. اوكي. شفت كوليبالي كيفاش يدير ولا لا؟ شفت
يعني captain he's not a captain.
He's not. No. Listen, he is a captain. He's not a leader.
He's neither of them.
No, he's a captain باسكو عنده البراسار. He's a captain. But he's not a leader.
Historically, he took it because he was a
Who does the most talking? شكون يهضر بزاف تيرا؟
شكون يهضر a leader as a man.
شكون يهضر بزاف تيرا؟ نقولوا لي شكون يهضر بزاف تيرا؟
Défenseurs.
بن طالب.
بونجاح هو اللي يهضر فيهم كاع مع لي زار.
That's not a captain. No, that's not a captain.
No, باش نقول لك محرز يجي شغل يجيب فاليزا يجي يخدم خدمته ويجي رايح للدار. He does his job. He brings his lunch bag. He does his 8 hours. ويروح بعد للدار.
And I said this after the match at Angola. Mahrez, default, the captain, when there's a disagreement مع الاربيط, it's the captain's job. You go to the other players, please sit back. I'm the captain. I'm going to approach the referee and I'm going to tell him what's on my mind. I bet all the replays, they're arguing مع الاربيط. Mahrez, nowhere to be seen. He's not even in the group. Plus, he's just down there somewhere. Not even in the picture. So I said, في الماتش تاع Cameroon, why is Mahrez captain? If we're going based off of experience, it's Issa Mandy, right? If we're going based on even individual talent, that's not even the clear case. Like that affected. I think we undermined how much that affected the morale tao they keep throughout.
Let's move to the next point. I think next point is now this is the second game. We lost 2 critical games that we're supposed to just go the game, control it, and get a tie, 0-0, 1-1. That's all we needed. And against Cameroon to go to the World Cup, against Mauritania now, it's 105 in the FIFA ranking. We need a tie to qualify to the next round. And both games, I think we lost because the coach and his staff mismanaged the game, either through the start or the peer is the subs. I think the subs today were horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think. Who قالك ساكت هكا؟
انا نعيم انا اشوف ان انا كما حكيت قبيله بك القضيه تاع we need to change the old we need to switch to a new generation. I think I have the same theory here. It explains well why on critical game we failed. We failed because we are not a team. And when you need to elevate to a certain level of good psyche, where you need to be strong mentally, you have no one because you don't have a real team. And I think that's why I think we failed mentally, in my opinion. We saw a lot of things. It's not, it's not just mentally. Most of the players showed really poor physical, I would say, strength, and they were not ready, in my opinion. Even the preparation is probably a bad one. The players were not ready, at least for the competition. But competition-wise, I think with Belmadi, since Al-Qahira 2019, at the African Cup, I've not seen, I think, a competitive team. So I also, I would say, agree with Mohamed as well when he said we played on the round on the African Cup qualification, the World Cup qualification, round cup, etc., etc., etc. I don't think we have a strong team to be a team that can be actually be at that level of mental strength and working as a team. That's my opinion.
So you think it's mostly mental? It's mental preparation.
And a team building, and the team has never been built, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Messi.
I always say كما قلت لكم it's a psychology game. عندنا mentality داخلين لو ماتش رابحين. كي لو ماتش تاع الكاميرون كي لو ماتش شغل ايجو هذاك تاع we're stronger. Mais il y avait pas هذيك الكيمستري تاع لا جرينتا. بون شويه تلقاهم في الديبي كاين لا جرينتا هذيك الروح تاع القتاليه كما تقول في الميليو. بون نحكوا على الماتش هذايا شويه في الديبي، مي من بعد في الدوزيام ميطون شغل خلاص we lost hope. And then all the changes from بالماضي to ما مشاش. وبتات هذيك لاباس تاع لافريك مازال ما ربحنا حتى ماتش اوفيسيال ما كوب دافريك اللي فات. دونك سي انا عندي سي بسيكولوجيك. نهار اللي نربحوا ان ماتش اوفيسيال تروح هذه لابواس.
يا جماعه كاينه حاجه تريز امبورطونت لي اون لينيور. It's happening. It's really happening. But باسكو لاروغونس تاعنا حنا لي نور افريكان، لاروغونس تاعنا it's putting us in a situation that we are neglecting ولا ignoring this situation. الفوتبول افريكان او يديفلوبها وحنا ما راناش نديفلوبها.
Not only the football, Africa is growing and changing. Africa, economically, industrially, everything is changing in Africa. It's not Africa it used to be.
كي تشوف السنغال كشاو يلعب دركا والسنغال يضرب البرازيل ب5، وكي تشوف اكواتوريال غينيا كيفاش تمسح لاكوت ديفوار في لاكوت ديفوار في ابيجان ب4، وكي تشوف كيفاش الكاب فير يلعب مع مصر 7 فوا ولا 8 فوا شامبيون دافريك، تشوف بلي الفوتبول اون افريك. وتشوف لا موريتاني كش لعبت معانا. باش نتوما باش نعيم I disagree with you when you say we dominated with this with that. They had more opportunities than ضربوا البارة. نعيم ضربوا البارة.
It's a strategy. It's their strategy.
احنا ضربنا البارة.
ضربنا البارة.
Look, the score could have been at least 3-0 against Algeria.
They had
Exactly.
25%.
We had our chances.
They only had 25% possession and still managed to get the same, more shots, 17 shots off compared to Algeria's 16.
This is our worst game. باسكو لي دو ماتش اللي لعبناهم صح we dominated 65-70% domination. We did like over 500 passes. The opponent did 250 passes, half. لو كان تشوف المروك شنو يلعبوا، المروك لعبوا مع الكونغو، انا شفت الاناليز، درت الاناليز 390 passes، كونغو داروا 330 passes. The ball position المروك 55% وكونغو 54. اكيليبري ماتش اكيليبري، بصح يزون سوجيري. المروك خرجوا افيك ان نول، كانوا كاباب يخسروا بصح خرجوا افيك ان نول. اوكي
واحد خلينا نرجعوا للماتش نهضروا على
نعطيك انا بيرسي تيكي تاكا تاعنا مشات. اوكي اسكون كونكريتيز تيكي تاكا في الدرني في 18 متر؟ نو اون كونكريتيز ما نماركوش.
This all the team we play, they know we play that way and they stay behind.
Thank you.
It's their strategy. They all knows we are weak. We after
we're an open book.
40 minutes, if we didn't score, we lose, and they play us that way. No more.
No, بصح الرول في البالون، الرول انت الجيريا ولا مان سيتي ولا مدريد ولا برشلونة if you don't score within the next 35 minutes هذه الرول في البالون.
الرول is very simple. تلعب تيكي تاكا that way when you have killers. If you don't have killers in the team, you don't have that striker who is a killer, you don't play that way.
Okay. All right, your point taken. I don't know. When I watched the game, we had our chances. We could have a penalty that the VAR did not give us a penalty. Small things like that could have changed the game. I mean, first they had one chance first half. One chance, they scored.
Please don't blame it on the VAR. Don't blame it on the ref.
Don't blame it, but
don't blame it. Okay. Senegal, 9 out of 9 points. Okay, 9 out of 9. ضربوا الكاميرون، ضربوا لا غومبي وضربوا لا غيني. نقول حاجه، لا غيني هذه اللي شفتها اليوم تربحك في الجي وتربحك في كوناكري، باش نقولها لك برك.
وحيد اني شوف واش قلنا في الحصه تاع الحده، كنا نقولوا عباك لا بوسيسيون تيكي تاكا if you are not clinical and you cannot score, you end up with losing all the games. It's not being arrogant or not. It's and this is what we end up all agreeing on the last يعني كما حكينا على الحد. انا بالنسبه لي شوف التيكي تاكا 65% كما قلت elle est stérile.
It's a losing strategy for us.
La possession de balle هذه عثمان تولي كان ما عندك against us. Exactly.
It's against us. You know why? Because the players keep thinking they're going to score, they dominate, and they are not creative. They are not imaginative in the game. They just circulate the ball. Football, difference between us and others. What's the difference? He dribble. He want to do things. He doesn't rely on the pass.
نقول لك اسمع عثمان شوف والناس شوفوا في فرنسا وش يقولوا عليه آدم. Non, il est talentueux. Oui. Il fait toujours les mauvais choix dans la zone de réparation. Avec معروف, il est connu. Avec 20 fois, sur 20 fois, 18 fois, il fait le mauvais choix. Il donne le ballon trop tôt ou il va perdre le ballon. Pourquoi? Parce qu'il
a un défaut. Ce qu'on appelle, c'est un mangeur de ballon.
Non, mais c'est
un mangeur de ballon. If he get the ball, he want to eat it. C'est son défaut.
عثمان avec الجزائري هو كامل ils sont des mangeurs de ballon. بس آدم وناس شنو les choix devant le but parce que شوف وناس c'est un attaquant.
Ouais.
OK. قولوا لي وقت ماركا ما marqueش. Il est attaquant, mais il marque. Il y a quelque chose qui ne va pas. Il fait toujours les mauvais choix. Quand il faut tirer, il garde le ballon. Quand il ne faut pas tirer, il va tirer.
Okay.
Et
sur ce point, I guess, what's next now? راح الكوتش راحوا les anciens. How do you guys see the future? Who do you see as the next coach?
Just like the future, like after Halilovic. Yeah, we're gonna settle for 2 years.
ما تجيبوليش تجيبوا ابيك جدوا ابيك التشديد بال تاع بكري لا
نو ما قلت تجيب حليلوفيتش قلت لك ليستوار كي باس ريبيتي تاع حليلوفيتش تزوجنا 2 ans فور وين لعبنا لا كوب دو موند اي تو لحقنا او بيك جورا تاع ليكيب ناسيونال ومن بعد كي راح حليلوفيتش استغنينا 2 ans ولا 3 ans ما كاين والو حتى جاب الماضي بون جاب لي زوتر
I think there is a few Algerian managers who train in England, in France, and all around the world. We should try one of them. At least for the phase from now until the World Cup.
Ils ont parlé de
Bouguerra is very
ils ont parlé de Ben Cheikha ou Amrouche pour l'instant.
Oh non.
Écoute, Ben Cheikha خلينا
4 في المروك ايش فيك؟
انا اقول لكم برك واش كانوا يهضروا
لا شوف you take a new generation
انا طونك مازلنا on relay على players coming from France. You need a coach like Bouguerra who knows the mentality. He's grow up like them.
Yeah.
جيب واحد كما بن شيخة ولا local guy.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
No, Bouguerra is okay.
عباك لا ديفيرونس بيننا وبين عباك لا ديفيرونس بيننا وبين الافريقي خا عباك واش هي لا ديفيرونس بيننا وبين السنغال لا ديفيرونس بيننا وبين لا كوت ديفوار لا ديفيرونس بيننا وبين كاميرون
ما نحبوش لي جوار لوكو وهذا دي زيكيب they like their local players. They're not afraid to use
that too, but they have academies. أرسنال تروح دير أكاديمي تما، بارسا تروح دير أكاديمي، أجاكس تروح دير أكاديمي.
So what? I don't understand what's the point. مالي عندهم اللي ميجر أكاديمي لأني
What's the point? What's the point?
Yeah, I don't think.
على بالك بلي الأكاديمي ديفلوبي لك الفوتبول لوكال الحاجة الأولى. سي فري كو الأكاديمي Exactement. C'est vrai que l'académie, le but c'est d'exporter les joueurs l'Europe. Par exemple.
Mali is the best example. And the best academy. They export a lot of good players.
They have a very good team. خسروا مع تونس في الكوب دي موند راحوا للبلاي اوف.
ما خسروا صح. They never made anything.
نعم قلتها مالي ماشي نيجيريا. مالي مساكن اوكي سون ليميتي مالي.
مالي.
كي تكومباري المالي لنيجيريا سوبر باور ولا تكومباري مالي لينا ولا تكومباري مالي للمروك ولا تكومباري مالي لإيجيبت. حنا كومام حنا اوتيل كاع غلقناه كرينا اوتيل طياره على ديسبوزيسيون فهمت ما تكومباريش المالي مساكن. واش عندهم المالي؟ واش عندهم؟
واش دخل هذيك؟
نهضرك لي موان، تهضر
لي
المالي.
زيكيب يكراو اوتيل ماشي غير الجزائر.
Oh, just d'accord avec واحد. He's saying Mali with their limited resources, they're still able to produce results.
Even Mauritania
is
At Mali's level with the amount of academies we have, with the amount of
look,
talent.
Mauritania is very limited with the resources. Mauritania is not rich.
But that's the point. The point is, ما تقدرش compare apples to oranges. Mali already, they're very limited in their resources, and yet they're still able to produce results, and they're miles ahead of us for youth development.
That's exactly what I meant.
Imagine take that money that they're able to funnel into Stade Nelson Mandela or Gahel Houaj, just funnel half of that money into developing players, similar to what Mali's doing, will be
academy. Exactly, Mohammed.
It will never happen.
We've been talking
all
about
our
this
teams من المولودية على الصيف they get a lot of money every year by كيما يقولوا ملايين. They just wasted their money.
Forget
Some get lost in those details. الله يخليك.
نعم، لي زاكاديمي اللي كانوا في الجزائر نقول لك شكون. القبة واحدة راحت.
واحدة على بالنا هذا.
بترويت. خلينا نكمل لك. النهد راحت. لازمو راحت. جياسكا قريب تروح. مساكن راهم في الاخر اكزاكتومون.
جياسكا قتلوها مسكينه، واش بقى لها؟
الصيف راحت. هاي نزيد لك.
واش داروا لي زاكاديمي؟ واش درنا في ذاك الوقت؟
واش درنا؟
الورد كاب قال عندنا لي زاكاديمي هذو.
اسمح لي. اسمح لي.
جياسكا دارت.
En tous les cas, هذاك الوقت on n'a pas perdu contre la Mauritanie. ما خسرناش ماتش contre Mauritanie.
خسرنا اكثر. روح شوف لي ريزولتا اللي صار.
نعم.
Okay, Naim, what's your point?
No.
You think we're going to scout players, these pseudo Algerians, اللي يلعبوا League 2 في فرنسا نعيط لهم? That's the plan for the future.
We get whatever the best players that we get them.
But
No.
Assuming the best players are available in Europe, that's simply not true.
Yeah.
That's simply not true.
ليش كمان عندنا دي جوار ميد ان فرنسا
وعندنا اللوكال هذول تخرج كان بزاف يخرجوا لاوروب.
What's next؟ انا نقول لك what's next. بيرسترويكا في الفوتبول تاعنا. That's what's next. لازم لازم من المينيستر هذاك تاع لا جوناس لا فيديراسيون لكدا بيك بيرسترويكا. علاه؟ بالون تاعنا مريض. بن شيخ شوي ذكر معاه.
احنا بالنا باللي كاع لو سبور مريض، مي سي با كو الفوتبول. افون اون افي دي شامبيون في لا لوت غريكو رومان، ماتنون ما عندنا حتى لوتر في لا لوت
بوكس جودو هاندبال.
Yeah.
Okay.
But ça c'est un problème de la société algérienne مش غير الفوتبول.
شوفوا انا عندي رايي، يعني القضيه تاع الجاليه تاع الخارج. أنا مع نعيم. أنا بالنسبة لي
It's our only chance.
No, our for the next coming years, the only way to progress is to take the best, whatever it means. The best, Mohammed. When you compare the people that are raised, educated, from sports, from professionalism, from early age to anywhere in the world, you can't compare what we have in Algeria.
But you're not taking the best.
Example,
you're not taking Mbappé. You're not taking Zidane. You're not taking Sahnoun. You're taking people who were not allowed to go to Équipe de France. That's what you're taking. Zidane.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they are better than what we have and what we produce.
For sure, yes.
Hold on, but that's the thing. We don't know for sure what we really have because we have a coach, Kima Ben Madi. Let's be honest here. He didn't really dip into the talent pool, the local talent pool. Sure, جاب هذا زين الدين بالعيد. نقول لك الحق اليوم زين الدين بالعيد champion d'Afrique مع USMA. Il manque the respect to start this game over two guys. Are you kidding me? He's champion d'Afrique. I promise you, if he was في défense اليوم, he would have been probably the best player on the field. I mean, this is the assumption. We never had a coach that really gave. Don't forget, Slimani, Soudani, Bounedjah, even Bidayli in his prime. Those are all the result of coaches giving them a chance while they were still playing for Zaire to shine. So I think a competition like the Coupe d'Afrique, for example, in Côte d'Ivoire, difficult conditions where every game the tactics have to change. I think this is the difference between a player who's used to playing in the most professional and elite leagues. They're used to a certain level and a certain environment day in, day out that's consistent. B'sah, في الأفريق, you don't have that consistency. So you need someone that doesn't have used to that consistency.
نعم you missing the point. وش حبي نفهمك حاجة. اسمح لي فؤاد, sorry to interrupt. Very quickly. Masr, how many times champions?
7.
لوساتور تاع مصر شكون؟ اهلي والزمالك.
But
that's all I have to tell you.
No واحد but the big but مصر عندها فوتبول, عندها سكول تاع فوتبول وعندها solid federation.
That's his point.
You just said it.
We're not going to keep pushing the ball. We're going to keep putting, it's like putting a band-aid.
You just said it, Atman.
It's like
عندها إيكول تاع فوتبول. الأهلي is the club of the century in Africa.
What you guys are promoting by
أعطيني كاش حاجة في الجزائر تاع سبور لا يمشي.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Wahid Mohammed, I think the reality of the ground in Algeria is not really good. So we need to be realistic and pragmatic and practical for the next coming years.
Of course. And I'm not
you can get Bel'id, you can get some players, even champions of Africa.
It's the exceptions.
I think we are losing, we're getting lost into the stuff. What I meant by what's next is like, who do you think as the next coach for our team? I'm not asking you to make a strategy 5 years or 10 years starting academies. Everybody knows that academy is going to solve the 20 years.
Personally, I would shut down for 5 years.
What is the next game? And 2 games coming up in December, March, and June for the World Cup qualification.
December?
March, I think March or June. We have games.
Okay.
March.
March and June are not much important games to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah. Don't tell me again a solution is academy.
It's a 48 teams World Cup.
No, عثمان أباك كما قال لك واحد أنا نجارونتي لك مع لا غيني أباك تضرب في الجزائر وتغلب في كوناكري. أنا مع واحد.
The way they played us, Mauritania, I guarantee you there will be no other team who is going to play you openly. They're going to stay wait for you, and they know you're going to lose.
Again, I'm asking what's next.
What's next?
Messi, please.
I think next يلقاو temporary coach يحكم لهم حتى لا كوب دي موند. مور لا كوب دي موند يلقاو 2 ans.
Okay.
Yeah.
تسمى تجيب كوتش كواليفيكيشن وورد كاب كواليفيكيشن ما تعاوزوا.
No, يدير لا كوب دي موند.
No, نعيم شوف.
Well, it's gonna take time باش تلقى كوتش. جيب لي أرسن فينجر ولا ما جيب واحد مليح يحكم لك ليك.
لا كاينين ماسي كاينين في on the market there are plenty of coaches which what we need is to be using the next African Cup in Morocco in 2025 for preparing the World Cup if we are qualified for the World Cup.
Agreed.
So we need to go step by step. Now strategically we need to take right now a big and good coach now. We should not waste time. We should not and give him full power of hiring, scouting, bringing new blood. I think
do you have someone in your mind?
I Ancelotti.
Mourinho is available.
Mourinho is out of.
No, Mourinho is the very
No,
bad
no,
choice,
no,
believe me.
no, guys. Let's be realistic. I mean, Mourinho will never take an African team. It's not his.
Mourinho have an ego like worse than Belmadi. It's worse.
No. I think it's a good plan. I mean, let's brainstorm the next coming minutes with all of us on what coach can be a good coach for Algeria. I think that's يعني
بكرة بشكا.
Yeah, and I think Bouguerra will be a
Arabic
good.
Cup.
شكون؟
Bouguerra. Magic.
You bring another Belmadi.
يلعب مع
No, he's completely different على Belmadi.
يلعب مع Syria, Jordan, Bahrain. All right, you can't compare him مع these teams.
أنا بس صار لك اليوم نعيم. I don't know what's going on with you.
Let me tell you that in all reality, the best solution. I agree with Abu Fuad is I don't think we should hire an interim coach. You should hire a coach that you want to play in 2025 next Coupe d'Afrique, and then in preparation for Coupe du Monde. I think realistically speaking, Hadek Renard is a good option. I think,
but Mohamed, the problem with the Hervé Renard, he is actually in position right now. You can't make him leave.
This is my l'équipe France féminine. I think waiting.
He will never leave.
Really?
Oh, he left the Saudi.
He will not.
He left the Saudi
because he wants responsibility in the Federation of France.
Listen, last time I checked, I saw him شفته في الماتش تاع Cape Verde كان في استاد. Why was he there? I don't know. He clearly misses l'Afrique in my mind.
No, يحب Ivory Coast هو يحب.
Let's conclude the next few minutes, please. If anybody has a last minute, last words, last thing to say about what's next, so we can close this show today.
No, I think I can go for next. I think if you don't mind, I think what I think, hopefully, inshallah, I don't have a real coach in mind, but I feel that with a good coach right now, I think بربي إن شاء الله نكونوا في المستوى في عام ونص يعني في نفس الكأس الإفريقية في المغرب ونكونوا من ثم نكونوا يعني واجدين لا كوب دي موند في أمريكا. أنا جاب لي ربي هكذا و it's possible, but we need to be very strategic on which one we need to take.
We have to finish the qualification. The World Cup will be done before that African Cup.
Yeah, but again, those qualification games will make the coach having the new squad, the new teams, the scouting, bringing, testing, and then being ready for the World Cup in Morocco, and then hopefully, if we are qualified for the World Cup, we will perform for the World Cup.
Okay. I guess that's it. Sur ceci, thank you very much. And we see you next time. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.
Salam.